Boulevard talking mentoring and peace rallies today, along with a few other things. I got 100 black men in the building. Todd stopped by to say hi. Milan is on his way. People are calling me. I don't know who that is. Things are happening this morning. Good morning to everybody. All right, here we go. You're tuned into the one with your girl, Miss Nika. Hello. So I've got men in the building. You know I love it when men are in the building. And today we're looking for a few good men. And who isn't? We're always looking for a few good men. So I found some, and they're actually a part of 100 black men. Everybody give it up. Give it up for yourself.
All right.
Give it up for yourself. Okay, so let me turn on the camera. Now introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Ron Bright. I'm the VP of Development for 100 Black Men in San Antonio.
I love it.
And I'm Milton Harris. I'm the Executive Director for 100 Black Men in San Antonio. Good morning.
So look, Milton, let me tell you, people love you. People brag and be like, I know Milton. And I be like, so I know Milton too. They do though. Like, you know, you're a pretty important person to the folks out there.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Which means you've worked hard, earned people's respect, it's all that good stuff. It might mean, what was it? I was trying to think of something that would benefit me. It didn't come to me quick enough, you know, but it's going to get there. It's going to get there. But no, love you guys so much. And of course, Ron, who's very involved. You're actually a Kappa too, aren't you?
I am. I'm
Yeah.
a member of the San Antonio Alumni Chapter Kappa Alpha Psi. By the way, so is Dr. Milton Harris.
He is. Yeah, so I can't even talk about the Kappas bad today. Not that I would. Not that I would. So the secret is that was not even a secret. But if you knew me in college, like they called me a Kappa sweetheart, right? But it wasn't because of what any definition that people might think the Kappa sweetheart is.
Tell us about that.
Right. He's like, tell me what your definition was. All my friends were Kappas. They were like my big brothers. So I was the only female, and they let me know this, and I'm probably going to get them in trouble just by saying it. I was the only female that didn't have to pay to get into any of the parties. You know what I'm saying? I was the one that they was like, oh, y'all take Nika home. You know, I was the little sister. So y'all are like my big brothers. So I love all Kappas.
You're well represented.
Yes. They did me good. I wasn't no Kappa freak.
Well, it's not always about any of that. As a matter of
Well,
fact,
right.
yesterday, the San Antonio Alumni Chapter manned the phones at the American Red Cross telethon on KENS 5. We raised over $78,000 yesterday in support.
Did you really?
The hurricane victims in Houston.
Well, you know it's always about support and community and uplift and all of that. Kappa was the second, wasn't it the second fraternity? Or what was the fraternity number? When were y'all founded?
We were originally created as the second fraternity, but we were the first to be incorporated, and we were incorporated on the campus of Indiana University.
I knew there was a first in there somewhere. He's like, we might have been second, but we were the first to get this going. And y'all's alumni chapter is located, because it's on the east side, isn't it?
It is. We have a house that's fully paid for on 1145 Virginia Boulevard.
Love it.
Come by, check us out.
Yes, and y'all's big annual fundraiser is what the chocolate dancer factory
We
is.
have the chocolate, and we've got several fundraisers, but look out for the black and white ball and some of the other things that we got going on. We're very active in the community, and actually we'll be going to the food bank shortly in September, as well as doing park cleanups, adopted park cleanups. So check us out.
I love it, man. My Kappa boys. And they happen to have the best booth at Taste of New Orleans. They always frying up some Twinkies or something. And they always tend to win, you know, getting that top 3 of the best desserts over at the Taste of New Orleans. So definitely support our Kappa Alpha Psi alumni chapter here in San Antonio. Now, I just had to put that shout out because I'm a Kappa girl at heart. But we're here to talk about mentoring first. And for all of you folks that are interested in the Peace Rally, if you have to jump off, make sure you jump back on about 9:45, 9:50. That's when Stephen will be in to tell us about the Peace Rally that's happening downtown San Antonio tomorrow, okay? So let's get into mentoring real fast. First, let me know. Tell me about 100 Black Men. Tell me about the organization.
Well, the 100 Black Men, we've been around San Antonio since 1999. We was actually chartered July of 1999 by about a group of 34 business owners here in the city. Denver McClinton, Ira Smith, Frank Dunn, all of those brothers got together mainly after right around, not long after the Million Man March. And so they all came back and they wanted to get involved and do something, so they started this organization. We're part of 100 Black Men of America, which is headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. And we have approximately 100 plus chapters nationwide. And so here in San Antonio, recently we've been really active for probably the last three, 4 years. And so since 2015, we've really picked up. We're doing some dynamic things in the city. We have a very strong program in District 2. Sam Houston High School is our target. So Ron is going to talk more about our Be Sharp program that we have going on out there. But we are engaged with the San Antonio Truancy Court. We do mentoring at Davis Middle School. We'll be adding in some probably 7 to 8 other schools this year.
Nice.
With what we call a Speakers Bureau. And so we're doing some dynamic things, but we really want to focus on the 40 Men in 40 Days this morning. And that the cornerstone of that is our Be Sharp program, and Ron will talk more about that.
Give it to us.
Okay, the Be Sharp program is a mentoring program at Sam Houston High School, and actually what we're doing is we're adopting the Sam Houston High School marching band. SHARP stands for Sam Houston Academic Readiness Program, and it's an interesting mentoring program. It has basically 4 components. One, on top of it all, we're doing one-to-one mentoring. We have 4 basic pillars where we concentrate on a mentoring curriculum that's education, leadership development, health and wellness,
Economic empowerment.
and economic empowerment. By the way, let me assure you that one of the reasons why we're here is because the 100 Black Men believe in supporting minority businesses, and we are here supporting the women-owned minority business, That One Radio.
That's right, baby.
Economic empowerment. So we're building those components into the mentoring program at Sam Houston High School, the Be Sharp program. We're adopting the marching band. The marching band is one of the highlights of San Antonio here. If you ever witnessed the marching hurricanes in an actual face-to-face and live, you'll be entertained from start to finish. The band director is a member of the 100 Black Men. His name is Bruce Adams. He's a graduate of the Florida A&M Marching 100 Band. Some of you guys saw them on ESPN this weekend as they played the TSU. I think it's Marching Tigers. And anyway, Bruce Adams has been teaching for about 20 plus years. He's got 73 students in the Marching Hurricane Band, and he runs a real tight ship. And the students are just highly talented, highly motivated, and usually just about 100% when they finish their 4-year span in the Sam Houston High School Band, they go on to secondary education on colleges of their choice and receive music scholarships. He's got about 35 students on scholarship, on full scholarship at different universities today. So that's just an entity, and that's just a group of motivated students that we want to adopt, and that's why we came up with the Be Sharp mentoring program.
Well, I love it, and I'm gonna tell you, we actually awarded the band leader, which you just spoke of. He got the one award last year.
All right.
Because of his service and what he does at Sam Houston. No matter what's going on around him, that band program is on point, and he's constantly doing things to bring new stuff to the kids. Doesn't matter if you started a band yesterday, you're gonna be dressed up today and be participating like you've been here for 3 years. And that's the type of stuff that you need to get kids to learn different stuff, to get out of their norm, to they're scared. I don't know if I should do it, but if you push me in it and you there supporting me behind me, like I got you, I ain't gonna let you fall. but I'm gonna make you do it. And that's how it does. You don't get nothing but success after that. Our little baby girl, T. Rochelle's daughter, she started a band. I promise you, I made fun of her for a month because 4 days later she was on the field. I said, "Do you even know how to play the instrument?" And she was like, "Not yet, but."
She plays saxophone.
She does. She does. And she didn't. I don't even know if she knows how to play yet, but she's at band camp. She's in all of the programs. She's taken the trip. She's gone to different places. Like all the things that you've been exposed to, you ain't even figure out how to play the instrument. But guess what? Grades, great. Concentration, focus, great. Wanting to do more is there, and that's what we want. That's what we want.
That's exactly why we wanted to adopt that particular group of students. And as a matter of fact, the education component, what we're trying to do, well, let me back up for a minute.
Let me ask you a question. George wants to know, and I'm gonna let you answer it. Is the 40 Men in 40 Days all about mentors for the Sam Houston Band only?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
That's just one of the programs that you're focusing on right now.
Yes. The B Sharp will be the hub of it because there will be upwards. But right now we have about 30 young men that's going to be a part of that program, and we do want to give them one-on-one matches as far as one-on-one mentoring. But if we have mentors that join the campaign, we have the Truancy Corps, we have Davis Middle School, we have Steele and Clemens on the north in Cibolo Church area. So we'll have a speakers bureau that's going to involve many different schools, both the east side, northeast side, and the Church Cibolo area. So there will be plenty of opportunities to get involved in mentoring if you don't want to actually be on site
At Sam Houston. So this is just a hub for the campaign, basically. All right, that sounds good. Now let me ask you a couple of other questions because there's some fellas on here that are interested in being mentors. What does that consist of? So if I say, yes, I'm going to be a mentor, and it's 40 men, 40 days, what does that mean I do now? What do I got to do now?
Very great. Well, there's a couple of steps, really three primary steps. To get started, we're going to need you to complete our mentoring application. A key component is all of our mentors, whether you're a member of the organization or whether you're just an active mentor that's going in schools or working in the community, supporting you, you're going to have to pass a background check. And so we will put you through a federal background check, and then also in order to mentor on an individual school campus, the district is going to put you through their background check as well. And so that background check is the primary thing. Then also you're going to have to go through our training. We have what we call 100 Black Men Mentor Training, and we'll put you through some asset training, which is we'll go over the history of 100 Black Men, what it means to be a mentor. We'll take you through some, there are 40 developmental tools that all mentors should be well versed in, or at least have been introduced to. And then after that, once you complete your background check, once you go through the training, we will work to either put you into a group setting for mentoring or a one-on-one setting for mentoring.
Perfect. How about middle schools? My son attends a small charter school, Heritage Academy at New Creation. Are there opportunities for him to participate in the membership program and possibly the school?
There are opportunities. The hub of our mentoring, like we said, is school-based. And so there are several schools that we actively mentor in, and that's Sam Houston, Davis Middle, we will be going into Clemens and Steele. Any other locations, you can still come into the program. What we're going to do, we're starting up what we call an entrepreneurial camp. And we're going to have monthly sessions where we put kids through various sessions of leadership development, business development, teaching them how to be business owners. We'll have individuals like Ron, myself, other individuals that's in the organization that own businesses. They're going to be running little short clinics on the weekend to teach kids about business ownership. So that's possibly something her son can get involved in.
So with the different programs, so like you said, you have the one that's at the hub of Sam Houston. So you've got a lot of young boys and people coming up that need mentors there. Then you have the different schools and stuff that you already work with that possibly either might have an event that you do there or possibly need mentors that'll be one-on-one, like you said, one-on-one or a group setting,
yes.
right?
Right.
Now, if I say I want to be in the mentor program, does that mean I have joined the 100 Black Men?
You have joined as a mentor.
Okay.
That doesn't give you membership into the organization.
Gotcha. Okay, good. So real quick, I need you to just scoot right here. Just right here, right by him. And I need you I just need y'all to scoot over. Yeah, just come over here. So I've got all these fabulous men in the building. And so I want to talk real quick. I got some men on the line here as well. The ladies, some people said thank you for that information. They'll be looking into it and waiting to know when they can get involved in the different programs. But I need to talk about, and I want to talk about how important you guys are to the young kids and what age you think that they need a mentor. And I'll start with you, Taj, because you work with the kids on a regular of all ages. What age do you think the boys need a mentor?
Well, I used to think it was 13, 14 years old. Now we're as low as 6 and 7.
Yeah.
I think within the Bexar County Juvenile Probation Department, they're pretty much 3 days a week, and from the kids that are assigned to our program, I'm seeing them getting younger and younger. So it's almost like you can't get equipped.
You can't put an age to it. Yeah. So what's the oldest kid that you've mentored before they went off to school or went off to grow up and live another life?
18, 19, 20 years old.
18, 19, and 20. And do you think that you could do you still talk to them? Or
well, they're going to keep in contact with you, but right now you're dealing with a crisis.
Yeah.
That is, you're dealing with the lost generation. Because of the fact, when I say lost, I'm not saying they can't be saved. But the issue is you children deal with the parent component. That's where your challenge is. With a lot of these kids that you're seeing the biggest issues with, when I meet the parent, it explains the whole
situation.
We're not even talking about economic situation or racial situation. You're talking about parenting.
Just this parenting period, all the way across the board. Okay, so that's a good point. When in the mentoring that you guys have done with 100 Black Men, where do you think your biggest issues lie?
Yeah, and to piggyback on his comments, that's very, very true. That parenting component and getting parent buy-in is critical. I'll use our truancy court, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, our program starts at 8 years old, and it goes to 17 for the core of our mentoring. And then we have a college mentoring component as well. And so it's critical to get them as early as possible, because if you don't, the street, the community at large, bad parenting, something's gonna get them. And by the time they get to high school age, it's really, really, man, they're kind of set in and hard in the way that they respond. But our biggest challenge is, again, is that a lot of parents just don't have the tools to be really, really great parents. They never learn a lot about how to be a quality parent. And so they're passing that along to their kids, and in many cases, our kids are raising themselves.
Yeah.
So when they encounter someone like us, it's really a big challenge for us is we find that they want us to come in and be a parent. And we're mentors, we're not parents. We're here to assist parents and try to raise up a great child, but we can't take the role of a parent.
So, Taj, I want to say that you deal with that a lot, because you deal with kids that nobody wants to deal with. So you see a parallel to parenting with the kids.
Well, I mean, mentoring, I'm going to say this, I'm excited about 100 Black Men.
Mm-hmm.
With this component, because I know that for several years, I've heard from our students and several others about that. I kind of partnered with the fraternities, and I think with everybody going so many different directions, it was kind of hard to be able to actually sit down and actually get focused. So I think that this could be very impactful, because the organization is filled with a lot of professional, educated Black men, and that's what many of these are. I give you an example. I have my organization. I have over 7 to 10 14 teenage boys in the house. And I remember at the time I was married, my wife was coming downstairs. We had teenagers in the house at the time. And when one of the kids told my son, you have both your parents in the home, and you don't realize how lucky you are. Well, it kind of, when I looked at each one of the kids that was in the room, every teenage young man, all of them were in a situation. Either they lived with the mother, they lived with the father, they lived with the grandparent, one of the parents was in prison. It was always some sort of story that was there. And so until right now, with a lot of the ills that we do have within the community, it's this is exciting to me to actually see this group of men stepping forward, because it has been, Sam Houston is one of the schools that falls within my boundaries, and this really has the potential to be a very impactful program.
Here we go. And one of the ways it can be, obviously, or what it needs to be, is for men to come forward and volunteer and mentor and be there. You ever had a mentor?
Yes, I still have a mentor. I have several. The community-based style of parenting, I think we've gotten away from that. And I've said it several times on the show. I'm not from San Antonio. I'm from Baltimore, born and raised in Baltimore. And you mentioned the Lost Generation. If you know the story about Baltimore and what's going on, when I was back there before I moved here, my buddy and I, we had a program with, there is a narrative. There's the fact that there's really young parents raising really young kids. The lack of life skills in some of the parents. The dad not being out or just around. He's not there to I grew up without my father, and later on I got him back. But there were strong male figures within my family and just friends within the community. They kept me away from the incredible crime that was going on around me. Made me feel like, you're different. I was the nerdy kid, really athletic and nerdy. Like, you're different. You're not going to fit into this, and we're not going to let you. Even though some of those men were involved in some illicit activity, but I guess they saw something. Like, you're not going to do that. And I still talk.
They weren't going to let you get. And the funny thing about that statement is they say that about the street life right now and why it's a little bit out of control. Like, there's no old school G's mentoring the young G's, you know what I'm saying? To say that that's not accepted. You don't shoot people in front of elementary school at 2 p.m. I know that sounds crazy, but it used to happen, right? And the old school gangsters would let you know that's not acceptable. You don't do that. This is when you shoot. This is when you don't.
Believe it or not, I feel comfortable saying there was a code, believe it or not.
That's what I'm saying. There was codes. But an old school had to teach the new school.
But with this view that I tried to talk to, even out in the malls and stuff, I see young men doing things, and I pull them up. Hey, let's go bring some problems. They don't listen. They feel like the cool has an age, like even with rap, you shouldn't be doing rap at a certain age. They feel like, I don't need this. I found my way doing this without, you're old. So the OG, the old gangster, the old kid, if you will,
Lost its
like,
zing.
You're too old doing this, you're washed up, and that's how they kind of approach it.
So let me ask you this. Another good question for me that I think. So you go in front of a kid. You're going to take the same kid, right, that has the gangster life around and the drugs and the craziness, right? And like you said, if an OG comes and tries to give you some advice and they're like, you old dude, whatever. Do you think if you come in the suits with the different type of life that you'll get the same response?
Yes.
But see, that's funny. Because when you mention OG, you turn the camera over there. But see, the real deal is, I was raised in the south side of Chicago, right? And I actually grew up without my family. See, the problem here, or the elephant in the room, is what's caused the lost generation. See, what happened was there's no fathers in the home, and the mothers are trying to play mother and father, right?
I agree.
To the son,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so when we say that the parents don't have the tools to raise these children, that's because certain children get lost in this shuffle and they start raising themselves. So we got a whole generation of children raising themselves. So then when they become the parents, right, they have these false ideas of what it takes to be the head of that household. And thus, they forget. They think, okay, if I provide, I don't have to have the emotional sensitivities, right? I don't have to hug my child. I don't have to teach them how to love. I don't have to teach them how to respect women or anything like that, right? So my point is, they get some of it on what they saw or what they see in the streets, but they don't get the full concept of how to be that head of the household. And let me tie it back. I can take off this jacket and go back to my roots, but because of a mentor, I've learned a different way, and that's what I'm trying to teach to young people.
Right.
A key component is we try to let the kids know that it's all about tools, and kids understand the hustle. So we try to let them know that in every hustle you still gotta have tools, whether you doing
On the street
hustling or
hustling.
the legal hustle. And so most street cats, these are some of the smartest cats we have. If you can make it on the street hustling, you can make it in just about any business enterprise.
It's very true.
Same mental that.
Yes.
And make even more money. But you're
Yes.
just doing it legitimately. So we tell the kids that, hey, use that same mental that you're using on the street. Just shift the hustle.
Right.
That's all you gotta do. So whether we show up in a suit, whether we show up like this, or t-shirts and jeans, and by the way, when we show up, they get every component.
I
Some
think
of
every
us show up like
component
this.
is important.
Some of us show up in jeans and t-shirts, right? Because we want them to be able to relate to it.
Absolutely.
So sometimes that immediate response when they see you, they're like, hey, who are these guys? But then when they see, we understand them culturally, and we can relate to them and break it down. We let them know that, hey, we came from the street. Some of us did. And so we use those tools to try to, as a barrier breaker. And sometimes it may take 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. But eventually they come around, and then they're like, hey, when are those brothers gonna be back?
Right.
So, go ahead.
I spoke to a young mother here a while ago. The kid was acting out a little bit, and we were sitting in a place, and she was taking care of some business, and I said, hey, there's a better way, to kind of handle that situation without basically making it worse. And as we got to talk, I heard something that she was saying. Her mom raised her a certain way, a strict disciplinarian. Her dad, actually had both parents in the house. And when she had her kids, she was like, I'm not going to be that way. Because she felt like it was a little bit too straight, too harsh. And you're starting to see that with a lot of that generation, that instead of being a parent, being a friend, wanting to be cool, the clothes matter, different things, and letting them do certain things. Because my parent did that to me, and that was too strict.
And they trying to be a little bit different. So let me ask you this question, fellas. Now, I think that one thing that I want to make absolutely clear is that economic status, where you're at or where you live or that situation, doesn't mean you need a mentor. Like everybody needs a mentor. You got money, you got education, you don't have it. Like everybody needs a mentor. Like you just said, I have a mentor now. I have a mentor now. I'm sure, Milton, you got somebody that you consider a mentor that you can call and all the way down
By the way,
the board.
small businesses need mentors.
Absolutely. Like we need mentors and we need more than just one. I think that when we think of mentors, we get scared like psychiatrists. Oh no, I'm not crazy. No, you're not. And you probably need a psychiatrist too. That's not a bad thing either. But just in our culture, we've been so used to trying to take care of everything ourselves and fix everything ourselves and don't tell anybody outside the home and whatever, and we've got to change that. And so I want to ask the ladies that are, let me go through some of these questions, but I'm going to ask the ladies real quick out there. What do you expect from these men being a mentor to your kid? Because I can see both sides of it. My dad we did a youth program called the Youth with High Potential Program. It was at Fairchild Tennessee, right in the middle of the East Side, right? We had, usually at any given time, 60, 70 kids that we would look after. Most of them were single parents. There might be one, there might have been two that actually had both parents in the home out of all 70 kids. It was amazing to see which moms were like, it's not like they wanted my dad to be their dad, but they wanted a man like my dad to be in their home. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's the pastor type situation, the savior type thing. And I'm sure you've seen this, but I'm curious what the woman expects, especially the single mom, expects from that mentor. Because some men go above and beyond, and some men just call and check on your son and see if he's okay. What is it that y'all need? What do you need these men to do? Do they need to show up once a week and play ball with them? Do they need to check on their grades? As females, what do you expect a mentor to do? And as men, real quick, what do you expect a mentor to do? What do you expect to do as a mentor?
One of the things that I've seen, I've had a lot of teachers, a lot of kids. Over the last 3 to 4 years, I've lost about 9 teachers to violence. And mentoring, I salute programs such as Big Brothers Big Sisters. I think it's in some cases I see it as being effective. The challenge is mentoring is more so a 24-hour job, and the reason why is because you're competing with a lot. One of the things that I used to have to say all the time was you cannot expect me to undo 15, 16, 17 years of programming.
They said talk a little louder for me.
And so when you're dealing with a child that's been programmed a certain way all these years, and I'm coming to pick them up for one afternoon, take them bowling, and take them to movies, there has to be something built up so that you actually have an effect. Because what you're actually mentoring against is some of the things that actually go on in the home. So
Every
you can spend
day.
that whole day with them. When you take them home, after they unwind, after an hour or two, it's right back to that same situation. So like I told you, with the mentoring part, you have to get to know the kid, but you also have to know the environment that they're coming from.
So I actually echo your sentiments. And by the way, I am a big brother with Big Brothers Big Sisters. I'm mentoring also. I'm a Kappa League advisor with the Kappa Alpha Psi organization, and obviously I'm also with the 100 Black Men. There was an interesting show on Oprah. It was basically fatherless sons. It was a masterclass series about fatherless sons. And there was a whole auditorium full of men and their sons. And they spoke to how they felt growing up and maturing without their fathers. And one of the key phrases that actually impacted me was the statement, "There's a hole in my soul the size of my father," which meant I grew up with this gap, right? So the young men that you're referring to grow up, and they don't see anybody, they don't see any examples of how to be men, right? How to be men in this society, and how to deal with the challenges that society is throwing at them, right? Because they don't see any role models. They don't know how to marry. They don't know how to court a young lady. They don't know what kind of young lady to actually seek out, right? And by the way, one of our mottos is with 100 Black Men is what they see is what they'll be, right? So what we're actually trying to do is be examples to these young men that says there's many paths to get to your end. However, you can be that leader of your household, and by which we can be these examples, the mentoring resource sounding boards to these young men when they need it, to say, hey, how did you deal with this issue? What happened when the gang asked you to join? Were there gangs when you were coming up? And by the way, there was. When I came up in Chicago, there were Blackstone Rangers, there were Brookings, there were Disciples, there were all kinds of gangs, and that was really before the Bloods and the Crips, and so on and so forth. So the gangs were there, the drugs were there, the violence was there, but I was able to navigate through those challenges, but because I had a mentor that said, there is a different way.
There is a different way. So Milton, let me ask you this. If there was somebody out there that said, look, I mean, I love this, I know it's needed, I gotta be a mentor, but I only got a couple hours a week, or whatever, what would you say to that person that feels like they don't have enough time?
I always say to those individuals, I go back to our name, 100 black men, and I give this scenario. What if, we got 100 brothers in this organization, each one of us only have an hour a month.
That's still 100 hours.
That's 100 hours, right? And so what's going to be the impact of that youth that's being mentored, that's getting 100 touches from 100 different successful brothers on a monthly basis?
Beautiful.
All you gave 12 touches a year with your busy behind. And you just changed a young person's life.
Absolutely.
That's all it takes. Now, of course, some of us have far more time, right? But some of us don't. Some of us, it's time, talent, treasure. Some of us got time, some of us got amazing talent, some of us got treasure. We can reach in our pocket and pay a little bit for it. So you got 3 avenues of different ways that you can mentor, right? And so if you don't have the time, contribute to the cause. If you got knowledge, contribute a little bit of that knowledge, pass it on to another brother, and that brother just got the time, can pass it on for you. So there's
really no excuse. Yeah.
Mentoring is as essential to success as oxygen is to life.
Absolutely, I totally agree. So let me ask you a question. This one's question is a money question because I always got it. Why do you think it's so hard? I'm gonna start with Taj. I would start with myself, but I do the show. Why do you think it's so hard for people to give money value? Like you said, if you don't have time, just write a check. Because to go mentor, we might have to buy footballs, we might have to buy equipment, we gotta go get pizza for the kids, we gotta take them to Schlitterbahn, and it might sound like fun activities, but really they're memories and lessons that are in those memories. Because see, what happens at Schlitterbahn, this is what y'all don't get. This is my daddy. This is a daddy lesson for you. We take them to Schlitterbahn, right? And everybody's all happy and it's fun. And the guys, the mentors are standing next to the little boys and stuff. And the little boy says something. And the mentor says, hey, you know what? You probably shouldn't talk like that. Or maybe you shouldn't say that. Maybe you should say this. You got to get kids in different surroundings. So like you said, they get out of that. We all act a certain way at church. We all act a certain way in school. And then we act a certain way when we at Schlitterbahn. You know what I'm saying? You need to get them acting normal. So then you can get those normal everyday issues and normal everyday problems and maybe the vocabularies that they're using, the words that they're using that are really hurting them internally and they don't even realize it. Or as simple as something broke. Hey son, you know how to fix that? Let me show you how to fix it. Every real man got a Swiss Army knife in his pocket. What man they daddy ain't told them about a Swiss Army knife in their pocket? My daddy told me a real man carry a knife, some type of knife, a Swiss Army knife, a buck knife if he's from Texas. But there's some type of tool in his pocket to fix something if it's needed. There's not a man at home who's there to even tell him that little simple thing. Man, I cut myself, I tried to shave. Oh man, which way did you go? But that conversation comes over some pizza. But my question is, I go back to it, why is it so hard for people to write a check for people who are out doing community work? I feel like it's very difficult to get money for people to help that situation.
All right, now I'm gonna say this, and that's a sore spot for me, is when it comes to contributing. As you know, I'm a nonprofit organization, and every church I go to, every political rally I go to, every event I go to, you heard about giving back, and you need to work with our youth and mentor our youth. Now, I think people like to see the fruits of the labor. And I think that one of the challenges that you have with with a lot of folks is that, particularly in our community, is we want to be seen with that check. That means that if I go give $10,000 or whatever to the YMCA or Boys and Girls Club, well, you know, it's going to be seen. If I go give $10,000 to the Club Black organization or to 100 Black Men or to some of the other organizations, the work is going to actually get done, but you're not going to see, and you're going to get more of an output. But
there's no statue that just got built.
Right.
You know?
No plaque.
Yeah.
There's no plaque on the wall.
Okay. What do you think?
You know, part of the problem is within our community, we all got $1, right? And we're trying to figure out how to split that dollar and what's the best way to spend it. And a lot of times we just take care of our own. But the key to our community is it really takes a village to raise our youth and our children. And sometimes we got to spread that dollar around the village to make sure that all the areas are covered, right?
And I always go back to school. You know, so many of us in our community, we've never been taught the value of giving outside of church. You know, and we have there are a whole lot of us that will give, you know, 10%, 7%, whatever, 5%, whatever we give to the church. But outside of that, we don't know anything about giving. And so that's because we haven't been taught and given those tools to know that paying it forward actually has an amazing, tremendous value. And there's a lot of wealth in our community. I listened to a piece by this professor. She was giving a synopsis of what the Freedmen's Bank was all about. After the slaves were originally free, and so Abraham Lincoln started a banking institution so that these freed slaves would have somewhere to put their funds. Well, do you know that 10 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, that in the Freedmen's Bank, under, I believe it was Frederick Douglass, I believe he was the chair at the time, they had saved and deposited in that institution over $57 million in those days. Imagine how much wealth that would be today.
Man.
This was 10 years after slavery ended.
Right.
Black folks coming from nothing, having nothing, not owning anything with the exception of a few, and they were able to do that.
Yeah.
And so why can't we do it today when we got access to
Everything. And we're actually the president of organizations and making decisions and voting on boards. But yet we're still not doing it for our advantage.
The way I see with giving, I give without conscience. And what I'm saying is the gift of giving. The fact that I help makes me feel good. I don't need to be in front of the camera or anything like that. And a lot of people want some kind of reciprocation to talk about that. And even when you hear the church or tithe, you get it back 10 times over. Why should you expect to receive something, right? Just do it. Be a good human and help someone. And also I look at it as, when I have given things, I've spent money on lesser value. Something just made me feel good. Why not make someone else feel good? Because I spent $20 on some meal that I really didn't. I could have cooked something, but that person really was in a bad place. They could have used that too.
Well, Melissa says, she's on here and she says, and to answer my question, thank you, Melissa, for being in the conversation. There's a lot of folks in the conversation. Thank to all of you guys. But it says, I believe mentors are to help them deal with not having a father, which is irreplaceable, by teaching standards and raise their expectations and expose them to various environments. When it talks about money, she says that a lot of people just has done bad stuff with the funds, so people don't trust folks anymore. Just bottom line, they don't know where the money's going, and they want to know where their money's going. So she said, maybe this is a solution. When soliciting donations, we need to have a designation other than a blanket check to the organization. So, for example, X amount towards travel, X amount towards food, X amount towards the entertainment expense. And I think that many organizations do that. I know when we did our $5 challenge, I had it all down, this is where the money's going. And I think that you need to do that because you can't expect people just to, hey, trust me. But at the same time, it goes on both sides. When you're asking for money, you got to make sure you are honest. You got to make sure that you lay it out and you put everything up front of where this money's going to go. If it's 90% of the proceeds, say it. You know, there's people need money to operate, and I think that's what scares people. They're like, oh well, you know, I gotta say it's 100% of the funds. No, you can say it's 70 because you had to spend 2 weeks straight of